Welcome and peace, everybody, to SoulChow Productions. I'm your host, Shaz. Today's word for today's video is the word Ridwan. Now, Ridwan in and of itself is a large word. It stems from the word Rida. Rida comes sort of the closest translation, if you will, that I've come across based on my own study and what my teacher has taught me, somewhat derives from the word contentment, rida, to be contented. But if you take Ridwan, it pushes it to the word pleasure, to be pleased with something. But Ridwan of God is to achieve God's pleasure. And so all that we do, if our focus is to attain paradise, then that's our goal. If our goal is to be amongst the righteous, then that's our goal. But the highest, if you will, the most loftiest goal of all goals is to achieve Ridwan, where God is pleased with you. So we'll touch base on a number of verses where God has specified, particularly about the word Ridwan. So in chapter At-Tawbah, chapter 9, God says, God has promised to the believers, men and women, gardens under which rivers flow, to dwell therein, and beautiful mansions in gardens of everlasting bliss. But the greatest bliss is the good pleasure of God. So, as he says, he's promised to the believers, men and women, he speaks about the garden. Now, the garden, if we look at it from the word paradise, right? The word Jannah is secondary. It's a lofty goal. It's a lofty thing to achieve, but Ridwan is greater than that. It is the supreme achievement, the supreme success. So as we continue, we can go to chapter 58, Surah Al-Mujadala. It's a longer verse, the final verse, which is verse 22. You will see that God says, "You will not find any people who believe in God and the last day, loving those who resist God and his messenger, even though they are their fathers, their sons, their brothers, or their kindred. For such, God has written faith in their hearts and strengthened them with the Spirit from himself. And he will admit them to the gardens beneath which rivers flow, to dwell therein forever. God well pleased with them, and they with him. They are the party of God. Truly, it is the party of God that will achieve success." So again, here God specified the meaning, the aspect of Ridwan, which is God being pleased with you. So it being an extremely lofty goal, a higher goal than being in paradise, a higher goal than being amongst the company of the righteous as well. We'll just touch base on the final, on another verse that we can look at in chapter 89, Surah Al-Fajr. In the final last four verses, God speaks to us by saying, "To the righteous soul will be said, O you soul in complete rest and satisfaction, nafsul mutma'inna. Come back to your Lord, well pleased with yourself and well pleasing to him." So again, the word Ridwan comes up, meaning pleased. God is pleased with you, and you are pleased with him. Enter you among my slaves, my servants, and yea, enter my heaven. So heaven below, the company of the righteous next, and then God's pleasure thereafter. So again, Ridwan is a lofty goal that all should aspire to, and it means receiving the pleasure of God, and us ourselves being pleased with God thereafter. Thank you very much. That is the word for the day. The word is Ridwan. Thank you. Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe down below to get all the updates for all the upcoming videos and also about the podcast. Thank you.